Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me.
You have just unlocked the door to the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound and of sight. You are moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of offense and defense. You have just crossed over into the Irish Bill Sports Zone.
Irish Bill Sports broadcast of Navarre Raider football. Here's your host and the voice of Raider Nation, Irish Bill. And here come the Raiders.
Welcome to Game 6 of the Navarre Raiders. They're on the road at Escambia to take on the Gators, a non-district game this week. We have the awning up. It was a struggle, but we got it up.
Wow.
And no rain will touch us tonight, Bob. Well, I shouldn't say that too loud. Knock on, well, there's no wood around here.
It's raining sideways on my side, so I might have to get a little close to you, Bill.
We may have to move the table down a little bit then, so it stops raining on you.
We could put up a side.
No, we can actually move the table down just a little bit. So, well, anyways, we'll figure that out here in a little bit. Football, rain, it doesn't matter as long as there's not lightning and thunder, Bob.
Absolutely. We're up on the roof.
Because lightning and thunder are in the Navarre backfield.
That's true. That's true. Yours truly nicknamed those two gentlemen.
Yes, you did.
Gilbert and...
Not Gilbert and Sullivan.
That would have been cool, though.
Gilbert and Spence and Wilson.
Yeah.
That's the trifecta right there. But The Raiders will be wearing their road jerseys. It looks like the Gators are wearing their white jerseys with their blue pants. And,
white jerseys?
Or is that Navarre? I forget. We're on the home side.
Yep.
Navarre's wearing their white jerseys.
Thank you.
With their maroon pants.
We don't know what Escambia is wearing.
They are not out here right now.
Could be blue, could be orange.
We'll find out once they get here. This Irish Bill with Seminole Bob. We're at Emmitt Smith Field on the campus of Escambia High School. It is September. Actually, no. Kick September out the door. It's October 4th, Bob.
Yeah, did you see how many tropical storms are out there?
I don't want to.
Like 7.
So quit bringing it up.
Like 7. Well, the one we were worrying about is kind of fizzling.
Good. It can fizzle all at once.
Fizzling. Yeah.
Not fizzling, not sizzling, but fizzling. Is it a gigantuan one?
It's not named William, I know that.
Oh, that one's down the road. There is. If they get to the W's, there will be a William. But hopefully not.
And we're in trouble.
Tim Keene checking in. Thanks, Tim. We are under the awning, so no holding of the umbrellas on this night, Bob.
Oh, gosh. We got wet setting up.
Just a little bit, not too bad. Could have been worse. The Gators come into this game 3-2, 1-0 in district. Navarre comes in 2-3, 1-0 in district. Not at the same classification. Escambia is down in 5A.
Navarre's up in 6A. It's just good old-fashioned football. And here's how the series has gone since its inception. We go all the way back to 1999. The first season where Navarre had four-year class,
Right.
freshmen, sophomore, JV, and seniors playing. And they got beat by Escambia in 1999, 40-20. Then the Raiders went on to win 6 straight. 2009, Escambia lost 13-10. 2010, Navarre 51, Escambia 7. The playoffs here, what a game it was. The Raiders started out slow but finished strong in a 44-30 victory in the playoffs in 2014. 2015, over at Navarre, behind Brady Hamill's 3 field goals.
That a boy.
20-9, the Raiders take out Escambia. In 2016, Navarre squeaks by Escambia here, 17-13. In 16, Navarre 40, Escambia 35, as the Raiders held the Escambia Gators. First and goal down on the left end of this field. I remember it quite well. The defense stood up. Raiders moved on, 40-35. Escambia in 17, 35-27 over at Navarre. Navarre built up a 27-6 halftime lead, and Escambia ran off 29 straight points for the 35-27 win. Here in 2018, my daughter Brooke did the game with me. We were down in the press box. 35-27 Escambia. That was 37-27 Escambia. Then the last time they played was in the playoffs in 2018 over at Navarre as they beat Escambia 50-22. So 7-3 lead for the Raiders in this series. Escambia led on offense by quarterback Nino Freeman, 51-102, 707 yards, 9 touchdowns, 3 picks. Billy Dunn, the backup, 15-23, 259 yards, 3 touchdowns. Their rushing attack led by Dorian White, 58 carries, 350 yards. Nino Freeman, 15 carries, 120. I don't know how to pronounce his name. So Mr. Moultrie is his. It's Georquirous. Jacorius.
That sounds good to me.
Okay. Jacorius Moultrie, 13 carries, 118 yards. Billy Dunn, 10 carries, 74 yards. Their leading receivers, LaMarcus Legree, 18 for 277. A couple of scores. Mason Moore, 12 for 163. A couple of touchdowns. Diego Dukes played at Tate last year, transferred over to Escambia this year. And he's got 14 receptions for 133 yards, 2 touchdowns. LaDarian Clardy, we may or may not see as he was banged up in a previous game. Daniel McDaniel. Daniel McDaniel. I wouldn't do that to my son. Oh, well. 4 receptions, 96 yards. Scambia's defense led by Taylor Bradsher and Justice Payne with 30 tackles. So they're bringing the pain on defense. And Escambia kicking, Jackson Perkins does the kickoffs. 52.3 average, 1 touchback. Clayton Sanders, their punter, 10 punts to 38.9 average. And Morgan Stancliffe, 20 for 20 on extra points, 1 of 2 on field goals. And she is the lone female kicker in the Panhandle of Florida.
How about that?
Your Raiders come into this game fresh off a big win at Tate last week, a big district game.
Yep.
Where Roman Marshall led the way 7 of 11 for 85 yards and a score. It was a 3-headed monster of Keegan Gilbert, Joshua Wilson, Andre Spence for 187 yards and 3 touchdowns from Spence. The receiving core, six receptions, 6 different receivers, amassed 7 receptions. The big one, the 28-yarder to Jacob Crowder. Punt returns, none last week. Cooper Black led the way on kickoff returns with a 36.5 average on 2 kickoffs. And Jacob Bishop, 2 of 2 on extra points, 1 of 1. A big field goal was the difference in the ball game, Bob.
I'm sorry? Oh, yes, Bishop.
34-yard field goal for Bishop in the second quarter would be the margin of difference at the end of the game.
Fugate kicked the field goal. Bishop's the punter. That's all right.
Jacob Bishop, Cade Fugate.
Right. Connor Black going to miss the game, I understand. His mom is going to be recognized, I believe, at the Navy Air Force game. So, you know, stuff like that happens only once in a lifetime for Colonel Black. More accolades. And so we certainly understand.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a commercial break in this Irish Bill Summit of Bob at Escambia High School. And we'll be back here momentarily after we go through this commercial break.
To everyone who loves Culver's, the feeling is mutual. I'm Nicole from Culver's of Cross Plains, Wisconsin. And when I'm serving you a Butterburger, I'm just as happy as you are. I almost get giddy when I hear the sizzle of our fresh beef on the grill. Seeing that smile that comes from a meal made just right, some call it magic, but I like to call it love at first bite. Stop in for a cook-to-order Butterburger and let us make Culver's your happy place.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. Buying, building, or refinancing a dream home is in your future. You need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes, Stacy Wright, and Sheila Billingham are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or refinancing experiences smooth. So University Lending at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call us at 850-396-0322. Navarre Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Brick Grubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarrefitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you. The Hustle isn't named after anyone. Not after a designer, definitely not after a mythological god. It's not about stripes or ranking or status. The Hustle is real. The Hustle is about you. So keep in mind when you're repping and rocking Hustle Hard USA streetwear, you can tell all the onlookers that this mark, this brand represents your hustle, your grind. You put in that time, that sweat, that pain. Now it's up to you to show them all what you got. Win or lose, the hustle is real. Go to www.hustlehardusa.com, and I can guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, are making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
Sometimes all you need to change your life is a sign. Like an actual sign that's like above you. And no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist. It's like they made beer into a place and gave that place sports and chicken wings. And the people, the best.
Marty!
Hey, you're dead weight! Yeah, this place is kind of like heaven. You know, without needing to get hit by a bus. Let's go, sports bar!
And there's your national anthem by the Escambia Marching Band, and they sound like a
chorus,
chorus there, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful rendition of our national anthem there. Irish Bill with Seminole Bob. We're at Escambia High School, Emmitt Smith Field. Yes, the Emmitt Smith played his high school football right here down below us. And Tyler Jordan checking in support of Keegan Gilbert, and the Raiders win another one. Bobby Jordan checking in from Texas as well. Aiden Harsha checking in. Steven USA checking in. Tim Keene out there as well. It's a rainy night here at Escambia High School, but we are under the awning. We are protected from the elements, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, it's not pouring, as you could see. It's just spitting, sprinkling enough just to tick you off.
And enough to make us get the awning out for the very first time this year.
Yeah, so, ball possession is going to be huge tonight. Snaps, throws, fumbles, drop passes,
leading the Raiders' defense last week. We had Bryce Wheeler with 15 tackles. Andre Spence with 14, Vinny Villanova with 12, and the freshman Jaden Jones with 11, leading the way last week against Tate.
And Bryce was our defensive player of the week.
Irish Bill's twist on sports.
Yep.
And no, I didn't pick it just because he's a Navarre Raider.
His numbers were good.
I am very unbiased when I make my selections.
Yep.
It just so happens the last 2 weeks have been Raiders.
Well, his numbers were as good as anybody in the Panhandle, and there was no games in Tallahassee.
And the previous week there was Andre Spence and Vinny Villanova that combined for 38 tackles, so they were our co-defensive players the week. If you know me, I don't have any bias when I'm making my selections, and
if they had played for Choctaw, you would have.
If I had a bias, I wouldn't have picked Niceville's kicker 3 times this year. But he's deserving of it.
Yeah.
What a job he's done so far.
Pace's kickers.
Caleb Nelson last week, big week. He was our kicker of the week. Our offensive player of the week last week was sophomore running back from Pace, Mikhail Williams, with 264 yards on 17 carries and 4 touchdowns in their big win over Crestview last week. So congratulations to those young men. We got a lot of games going on tonight. We had 2 last night and 1 Wednesday night. Let me get you the scores from those games here.
Baker County and Godby had a
shootout.
Yeah.
39-34 Godby over Baker County. And we had Fort Walton Beach losing to Rickards on Wednesday night, 17-14. And then Jay manhandled Central last night at Milton High School, 49-0.
Yeah, they moved that game from Friday to Thursday, maybe because of the weather.
B.B. Brown checking in tonight, Navarre alum. Peanut Norton, usually out here taking pictures. Not sure if she's out here tonight, but she's checking in from Mike and Peanut. And a belated birthday to Mike a couple days ago. Her husband of I don't know how many years. I won't give that away, Tammy, unless you want to. But we got football here on this Friday night at Emmitt Smith Field here on the campus of Escambia High. We are about, about 5 or 6 minutes from kickoff here. Maybe 7.
7:15.
Hey, way to be exact there, Bob. You just looked at the clock, didn't you?
You don't have to stretch your neck out and
I don't.
guess what the time is this week.
That room. I appreciate Tate Havison over there.
Absolutely.
And putting us inside. Even though it was a beautiful night, we could have did that game outside last week.
Yep.
But I couldn't see. I had to duck my head out the window just to see the scoreboard.
We've had a bunch of that this year.
Yeah.
Catholic.
But a good color guy will take care of you. And Bob picks me up every week.
Is that right?
Yep. I pick you up to come to the game, and you pick me up at the game.
You did. I'm sorry I was late today. Traffic coming from.
Are we here on time, set up, ready to go? No apologies needed.
Yes.
But Seminole Bob, Irishville, Raider Riley, the weather, the band stayed home tonight, so Raider
Navarre
Riley
band,
stayed
yep.
home, so I'm sure they'll be watching the game on their big screen. I know it'll be on at the Hamill household as well. The other member of the Hamill household is over in Crestview tonight. Pine Forest, Brady Hamill's assistant coach for Pine Forest. They're taking on the Crestview Bulldogs tonight over in Okaloosa County.
Oof.
Well, here's the schedule for tonight. South Walton at Choctaw, Pine Forest at Crestview, we just mentioned, West Florida at Gulf Breeze. A big one tonight over in Pace. Madison County heads down I-10, across I-10 to the west to take on Pace. Pensacola at Booker T. Washington. Catholic over in Mobile at Mobile Christian. Florida High at Childs. Gadsden County in a big matchup over at Lincoln tonight. Leon at Cairo, Georgia, the syrup makers. I always like saying that. And it's probably going to be a little sticky over there. Jefferson County at North Florida Christian. Arnold at Vernon. North Bay Haven at Mariana. Rutherford at Port St. Joe. Snook Academy, Alabama at Lighthouse PCA. Baker at Northview. Bluntstown at Sneeds. Bozeman at Destin. Wakulla at St. John Paul II. Hollis Christian out of Jacksonville at Chipley. Cottondale and Franklin County in a battle of undefeated teams after week 6. Both teams 5-0. They'll battle over in East Point, Florida this
Are they
evening.
in the rural division?
They are.
So they could play each other again.
They
down
could.
The line.
Liberty County at Weewa, McClay at Hamilton County, and Calhoun County at Osceola Christian. Your captains coming out for the Escambia Gators. Looks like they're wearing gray.
All gray.
With the orange helmets and the gator on the side. Numbers look pretty easy to read.
Yeah.
For the most part. Jennifer Latavich checking in. Melissa Travis. We are watching on the Berg sheet. Hey, I got it right. For once, I got something right. Bill Palmatier checking in, says, let's go Raiders.
All right, Bill.
Tammy Peanut Norton, 52 years old. Young is one Michael Norton. And Deborah Broxson, are one of our biggest fans. And I'm still not going to say it, Deborah. I'll say go Raiders for you, but I will not say the other. You'll have to go to my counterpart sitting next to me.
Well, unless we get into the playoffs.
Playoffs.
Thank you, Bill Palmatier, and many of the listeners, active duty reservists serving your country, along with my partner, Bill Hamill. Thank you, Bill, for your service.
Thank you, Bob. Your captains for the Navarre Raiders, number 3, Vinny Villanova, number 71, Jacob Walsh, number 48, Cade Fugate, and number 25 is Andre Spence. Your captains for the Escambia Gators, number 4, Carmelos Colley Jr., number 54, Dedrick Barnes. Number 8, Diego Dukes. And number 16, Morgan Stancliffe. There's your captains for tonight.
Very athletic Escambia team, Bill.
Indeed. Their losses, they lost to Niceville. And I'm trying to remember their other loss.
Mosley on homecoming.
That's correct. Over in Panama City. We met that fate as well over there. So 3-2, the Gators, 2-3, Navarre. Both teams 1-0 in their respective districts. They have the coin toss.
Escambia's won the toss, as you just heard, and have deferred.
So Navarre will get the kickoff to start the game. They'll be coming out of the south end zone. Let me get my get your good old Google compass out there.
The only thing that works on my phone.
The Raiders down at the, I believe that's the south end of the field. And the Gators will be coming out of the north end of the field to get this, unless the compass tells us different. We're east and west, aren't we?
North and
We're
south.
North and south, okay.
Yep.
North and south. Okay.
Perfect. North
Hey,
and
we were
south.
right on. What got us mixed up was a few weeks over in Panama City. It was east and west. Because the sun was setting as the game was going on.
That's right, yeah.
To the west. So we went east and west. And here comes your Raiders out of the south end zone.
Irish Bill Sports broadcast of Navarre Raider football. Here's your host and the voice of Raider Nation, Irish Bill. And here come the Raiders.
We're going to back the camera out just a little bit there, Bob. Focus out just a little bit. Now, there you go. That looks good. Let us know how it is as the game goes on. We can readjust the depth on the view. And I'm not talking the show, the view, even though I liked it. No, we'll leave that one alone. Not worth my time. We're down under a minute to go here before kickoff. Escambia and Navarre here on IrishBillSports.com. Irish Bill Sports Live, 944 on YouTube. Wherever you're at, it is sprinkling over here a little bit. Not too bad, but we do have the awning up, so we don't have to hold the umbrellas up like we did over at Rickards last year. Was it last year or the year before? I think 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
And your Escambia Gators coming out of the north end zone, wearing your gray jerseys with orange numbers, orange helmet, Gator on the side. The Raiders in their maroon pants, white jersey, maroon numbers, and black helmet with the Raider on the side. And we are just seconds away from kickoff here at Emmitt Smith Field. George Schwartz checking in. Thanks, George. Jackson Spalla, the Big Bubba alum.
Oh, man.
Once a Big Bubba, always a Big Bubba. He's the backup center for Maryville. He's worked into the number 2 spot for the Maryville Scots. And it is sprinkling just a little bit. There's a nice little breeze, so it actually feels pretty good up here, Bob.
Yep.
Back deep for the Raiders. Marquez White and Brody Powers are standing about their 10-yard line. I doubt that they will see it, the kickoff there. Up front, right in front of them. This looks like number 22, Curtis Sanders.
Vinny's on special teams there.
He is. He's behind the front row. Must be in the front row.
Right in the front row.
Second row, I should say. Like I said, doing the kickoffs for the Gators, Jackson Perkins. Of course, they changed the number up. They have 85 on his roster, and that I got from Coach. Toe on leather. It's underway. It's going to go to Marquez White from the 9. He's right up the middle with a big run out over the 35, out to the 36-yard line. A return of 27 yards for White, and the Raiders have 1st and 10 from their 36. Nice return by White. That's about his average. Give him 37 on that return. Grayston Pruden coming out at quarterback tonight for the Raiders, number 18. First and 10 Raiders from their 36. It's actually going to be a direct snap to Andre Smith. Big hole up the middle. He's over the 50, the 40, the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Inside the 10 all the way down to the 8-yard line on the direct snap to Andre Spence. All the way down to the 8. Let's see where they're going to mark it. They're going to mark it down at the 6. 57-yard run for Spence on the first play from scrimmage. The Raiders have a first and goal at the Gators 6. Actually, they're going to mark it at the 5, so give him 58.
Well, the quarterback pretended like he was looking for a sign from the sidelines.
A sign? Buffalo Wild Wings sign?
A sign.
Just a sign.
Just a sign.
First and goal into the Black Pearl for the Raiders. Andre Spence in the Black Pearl. It's going to be Spence on the keeper. He's going to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's going to lose a yard back to about the 6. We'll bring up second and goal from the 6. They have to tell him to make noise, Bob. Second and goal at the Escambia 6-yard line. Spence gets the game going on a 58-yard run. The Raiders 36-yard line down to the 5. Second and goal after he loses a yard on first down. Second and goal at the Escambia 6. Wilson to his right in the backfield. Raiders going to call timeout.
Yeah, I thought that the band has to stop when the signals. I could be mistaken. I thought I don't know what level football it was, either high school or college. Referee went in the stands to talk to the band director.
Well, I know when Brady would play at Miles, they give him a warning first, and then they throw a 15-yard penalty on the band.
Yep. Sure can. And they're right. I mean, their band isn't that big, but
off to our right.
What?
Is it off to our right or? Yeah, it's off to our right next to us.
Yes, our right, and which is the field for the north end zone where the Raiders are heading. I mean, coach is right. You got to get it right. You got to get the call right.
The second and goal from the Escambia. They're going to mark it at the 7. So he lost 2 on that play. Second and goal from the 7. And they have movement on the left end. That's going to move them back outside to 12. First penalty of the ball game goes against Navarre. 5-yard variety. So it's going to be second and goal from the 12. .10:49 to go in the opening quarter, just underway here at Escambia High School. Andre Spence into Black Pearl. We're going to have movement again on the right side. Both tight ends with movement on both sides.
And clearly the band is affecting that.
That's going to be second and goal from the 17. Not really sure if they can do that, Bob.
Well, look, I know it's part of the pageantry, part of high school, but I agree. To To me, that's not very sportsmanlike.
Andre Smith right up the middle. He gets back to the 10. He gains 7. I'll bring 3rd and goal from the 10 coming up.
Really?
Third and goal at the Escambia 10-yard line. Don't be surprised. Andre can throw the ball as well. Maybe catching an H-back off the line. It's going to be Andre breaking to the outside.
Too much speed.
A little bit of a late hit there on the far sideline. He's going to get down to the 7, got 3 more yards. That's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 7.
Oh, great job by Escambia. I mean, they gave up that long play.
Sending out the field goal team. Jack Byer coming out for his first field goal attempt. That's going to be timeout in Escambia as Coach Bennett runs out on the field right down to our right in front of us. So both teams have used the timeout as they continue to run the clock with the timeout called. That'll give me a chance to catch up the scoreboard. Down to 9:08. No score here. 9:08 to go in the first quarter. Navarre will have a 4th and goal at the Escambia 7. And Jack Byer will be out attempting his first field goal on the season. From the 7, they'll mark it back to the 14, so a 24-yard attempt coming up for Jack. And they may be bringing the offense back out. I think they're bringing the offense back out, Bob.
Oh, cat and mouse game.
As Coach Bennett brings out the special teams unit, and now the Raiders going to send their defense back out.
Offense,
correct.
Swinging gate.
Josh Wilson in the shotgun, the Black Pearl. And I think they're going to run out of time there as the clock went down to 0.
Third penalty, Bill.
Luckily, all of the 5-yard variety.
Roman Marshall is the holder.
So 2 movement penalties, 2 procedure penalties. This will be a 30-yard attempt.
Actually 3.
And then we're going to have offsides against the Gators. That's the first penalty against the Gators. They'll be back to the 7-yard line. They'll split it down at the 15. So it'll be a 25-yard attempt here for Mr. Byer. The kick is up.
Great hold.
And the kick is good. 25-yard field goal. The Raiders on the board. 3-0. Jack Byer with his first field goal on the season. That comes at the 9:12 mark.
Great job by the holder. snap was very high. Very high. He was actually bending over and holding it. Good concentration by Jack. Didn't let it affect him.
So Raiders on the board first.
I would highly doubt the Raiders are going to kick it deep.
It's going to be a fair catch at the 31. Guys, I appreciate the comments about being out of focus. There's nothing I can do with it. It's a rainy night. So I understand that there's not anything I can do about it right now. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Gators from their 33-yard line. First and 10, Nino Freeman at quarterback for the Gators. He's going to keep it out here to the far side. He's going to cut back before he's met by Josh Wilson and a host of Raiders.
Josh going to play a little bit more defense tonight, we understand.
Rowan Strom out there as well. And on the tackle, host of Raiders there. Thank you for the clarification on the rules about the band. No, they're allowed to play. Thank you. It's going to be an 8-yard gain for Freeman and a 2nd and 2 for the Gators. White on the carry. He's going to get a Gator first down out to the 46. Gain of 6 for White. First down Gators. Their first of the night. First and 10 from their 46. Twins on their side, stacked to the far side as well. First and 10 Gators from their 46. It's Nino Freeman on the keeper. He's going to get to the outside before he's met by Josh Wilson here on the near side and Marquez White. Also coming over to help Bryce Wheeler.
They haven't shown pass. I sound like a broken record. I would be very tempted to bring those linebackers up and dare them to throw. Put some extra men in the box on defense. Stop the run.
White in the backfield with Nino Freeman. 2nd and 8 for the Gators from their 48. It's going to be handoff to White. He's going to get to the outside. He's met by Bryce Moore and a host of Raiders as he gets a gain of 1 out to the 49. Bryce Moore in there. Also coming in to help, Rowan Strom and Vinny Villanova. It's going to be a gain of 1, so bring up 3rd and 7 from the Gator 49 as we're down to 6:32 to go here in the first quarter.
There's a quick pass.
Freeman's going to roll out, and he's going to go down. Credited with the sack will be Vinny Villanova all the way back to the 39-yard line, a loss of 10. Give the sack to Villanova because he was the one that was there.
Yep.
Clayton Sanders to punt the ball away. Marquez White from his 15-yard line is going to stay right there. He's going to get about 2 on the return, Bob. And that's where he'll stop, and that's where the Raiders will start their second possession. Good punt there.
Yep. Looks like he had the wind at his back, too, Bill. Water break. Just get an empty cup, hold it to the sky, and add your Gatorade.
5:28 to go here in the first quarter. 3-0 Navarre on top. Both teams have used one timeout here in the first quarter, so they're both down to 2.
I want to use a timeout.
You got it, Bob.
Okay, timeout. Timeout, Bob. Three 0 Navarre. The Raiders will start their second possession from the 17-yard line of their own with 5:28 on the clock. Andre Spence in at quarterback out of the Black Pearl. First and 10 Raiders from their 17. Ooh.
Spence is going to lose a couple on a nice play there in the backfield by Carmelo's Colley Jr.
It looked like a horse collar, Bill.
He's going to lose a couple of yards back to the 15, bring up second and 12. .456 and counting here in the opening quarter. 3-0 Navarre. A 25-yard Jack Meyer field goal. His first on the season. The Raiders with 3. Cade Fugate with the other 2. It's going to be Andre Spence right behind his left guard. He's going to get out to the 17. He's going to get 3. 3 on the carry. 6 carries for 68 yards for Spence. He's been all the offense so far for the Raiders, Bob.
Yep.
Third and long for the Raiders. Spence got to break off flight. Left tackle, he's got a Raider first down. Out over the 30 and out to the 34-yard line.
Flag on the play.
I think there's going to be either a face mask or a horse collar over there on the far side, Bob.
Could be a late hit also.
A gain of 17 for Spence and a Raider first down. Raiders out to their 33, so give him 16 on the play. It's going to be Josh Wilson with a nice run. Still on his feet, out to about midfield, out to the 49. Give him 16 on the carry and another Raider first down. Student body left, student body right.
Yep.
Raider first down. Josh Wilson again gets into Gator territory down to the 43. Give him 8 yards. We'll bring up second and 2. Raiders down to the Gator 42-yard line. They actually give him 9 on the play, second and 1. There's going to be a flag.
Offside Escambia.
That should give the Raiders a first down.
Mental error there.
It's going to be a 5-yard offsides penalty. The clock rolling again. Let me try and play catch up here. It's going to be 1st and 10 Raiders. Our first down. Actually, their first down.
Good blocking up front. That's what's getting the holes.
It's going to be Wilson with the carry. Give him 1. Bring up 2nd and 9. As we're down under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter.
Mr. Wilson, says Dennis the Menace.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I love that show.
Oh, yeah.
2nd and 9 for the Raiders at the Escambia 36. Down to 1:40 to go here in the first quarter. 3-0 Navarre on top.
Keegan Gilbert.
Keegan Gilbert running hard to the outside, still on his feet. He's going to get about 5 down to the 31. He's going to bring up 3rd and short. Give him 5.
Well, you heard Roman Marshall say they were going to try a lot of different formations and experiment with a few things, and the Raiders have so far.
Play clock down to 16. Plenty of time on the play clock. 106 on the game clock. Third and 4 for the Raiders.
Trying to draw them off sides.
Plenty of time on the play clock still. It's going to be Wilson on the keeper. Pressing forward. He's close to that first down. Should have it, Bob. He's right at the marker. Right at the
first down.
They're going to move the chains on the 4-yard carry by Joshua Wilson.
How do you keep an explosive offense off the field, Bill?
Moving the ball on the ground.
Giving the defense a break. I think Roman also mentioned during his interview that you had that, that was a key in the Tate game.
Andre spreads space, one up the middle. Off that down stack. He cuts back in. I'm sorry, I got a little excited there. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Raiders. That's going to be a gain down to the 2, a 25-yard run by Spence. And a Raider first down. Might be the last play of the game. They are lining up to run one more, Bob. Spence with 109 yards on 8 carries here in the first quarter.
Holy Toledo. How far were you from Toledo, Bill?
About 3 hours.
Okay.
2 to 3 hours.
Where you grew up?
Yep. First and goal for the Raiders. Spence on the keeper. And as the clock goes 0, you heard it, the Raiders get on the board. That's the 3rd time in the last 2 weeks that they scored with no time on the clock.
Right. That's right.
This one from 2 yards out. The Raiders increased their lead to 9-0. A 2-yard scamper by Spence. His 4th touchdown in the last 2 weeks. Jack Byer for the extra point. Kick is up.
Nice.
Kick is good. 10-0 Navarre. Byer perfect on the night so far. 1 for 1 extra points.
Just like me, Bill. Perfect.
Oh, you're always perfect, Bob.
Actually, no, not in picks.
Well, I didn't go there.
19 and what was it in college? 19 and 10. Yee.
Coach, former Raider coach Scott Weaver checking in. Hey, Scott, haven't heard from you in a while. Joe Settle checking in. The pick wizard, Travis Dahl. Thanks. Travis says, I get excited too. I know it's hard to keep my calmness once in a while, Bob.
Once a Raider, always a Raider, Bill
got
Hamill.
that, buddy.
All of our kids went to Navarre High School, had a lot of love for this school.
Tim Lawson checking in. Raiders get ready to put toe on leather, up 10-0 as we get ready to start the second quarter.
Great kick. Exactly what you want to do. Perfect kick right there, Jack. I hate this song.
Just underway in the second quarter.
Yep.
No Raider band tonight. They chose not to make the trip with the weather that had been going on in Navarre.
Certainly
and
understand
Pensacola
that.
all day, so we missed the band here tonight. Jason Garner checking in from OKC. A good friend, Doc Garner. Tim Lawson checking in. I'm sorry, it's going to be a carry on first down for the Gators. Looks like Nino Freeman.
Bounced it outside.
Actually, that was Dorian White with the carry. He's going to get 3 yards for White, bring up 2nd and 7.
You do become a little vulnerable in this 4-2-5 to plays to the outside. I mean, that's the plus and the minus. When you have 3 linebackers, they can cover side to side, but you don't have much of a rush.
10-0 Navarre. And that's going to be a handoff to Dorian White. He's going to get
74.
Looks like out to the 30, Bob, a gain of about 4. That's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
74 is, I don't have
Jakari Thomas.
Sakari Thomas.
Jakari.
He was on his knees making a tackle, and he was as tall as the
But you
running
know what,
back.
Bob? Him still on his knees is still taller than me.
I was about to say, yeah, taller than that running back.
He's about 6'3", 6'4", about 3 1/4.
And still growing.
It's going to be, call it 3rd and a short 2 coming up for the Gators.
Here they come in their version.
It's going to
of
be
the
White
Black Pearl.
on the keeper. He's good. Looks like he's a
No.
little short. Not in stature, not the diminutive one like myself.
Not the diminutive one.
And it's going to be 4th down. He's going to be a little short.
What? They're calling it a first down? Or no?
They did. They gave him the first down.
Well, not even measuring it. They didn't even put the dang ball down. Oh, my goodness. Don't get me fired up. This camera may
You're
be
already
over the side.
fired up. 1st and 10 for the Gators out to the 32. Just underway here in the second quarter.
Spreading the field.
The handoff to White. He's stacked at the line of scrimmage. Bryce Wheeler and a host of Raiders. Rowan Strom in there as well.
Bryce is a sophomore?
Bryce is a sophomore.
Holy Toledo.
You can only use that once on a night, Bob. Toledo is, you can only go to the Ohio well one too many times.
Holy Comiskey Park. How about that?
A gain of 1 for White. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9. You got a receiver wide open, but he underthrows him at about the 42-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and long, Bob, 3rd and 9.
He just does not seem comfortable in the pocket, does he, Bill?
He doesn't.
He tried a couple times, and it's like he's stepping on eggshells.
And it's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 9 on the first attempted pass for either quarterback on the night. Nino Freeman in the shotgun. Dorian White to his left. Twin receivers to both sides. 3rd and 9 for the Gators. Freeman back to pass.
Flag down.
There is a flag down.
Could be legal procedure or the wide receiver lined up off sides. Hold everything. Hold the phone. Referee on the other side threw it. Why are you looking towards the side judge?
Okay, what's the call?
Waved it off.
The pass goes to Moultrie.
I think the head linesman thought there wasn't enough players in the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 11 to Moultrie, and that's going to give them a first down, Bob.
That's why they checked with the side judge.
Three first downs on the night for the Gators. Hand off to White, off left tackle. He's met at the line of scrimmage by about 3 or 4 Raiders. He surges forward out to the 49. Give him 5 yards on the carry. Bring up 2nd and 5.
Looks like Escambia has invited one of the local middle school bands to play with them. That's always exciting. I love it when band directors do that.
2 backs in the backfield behind Nino Freeman. 2nd and 5 for the Gators from their 48. 10-0 Navarre. It's a long gain down inside the 10. We'll have a 1st and goal as he finds Diego Dukes inside the 10. See where they're going to spot the ball at about the 8. 44-yard reception to Dukes.
Play fake really had him.
And a Gator first down, 1st and goal for the Raiders. Jaden Jones runs him down to save it from a touchdown run, a touchdown catch. 1st and goal for the Gators at the Raider 8. Hand off to Moultrie. He's going to get down to the 4-yard line. Give him 5. 2nd and goal.
It's a beautiful town in Georgia, Moultrie, Georgia.
Second and goal at the Raider 4. There's going to be Freeman on the keeper. He's in for 6 to cut the lead to 10-6. 4-yard keeper for Nino Freeman. And the Gators on the board at the 8:06 mark of the 2nd quarter. Stancliffe in for the extra points. Perfect on the season. Kick is up. Kick is good. 10-7 Navarre. Morgan is 21-21 on the season with extra points. .806. Here in the 2nd quarter, 10-7 Navarre.
Be an interesting contest. Speaking of Gators tomorrow down in Ben Hill Griffith Stadium, UCF, the Knights, travel to.
Were you surprised at all that they got beat that bad at home by Colorado last week?
I did. I don't know who picked Colorado, but I didn't.
I did not either. It's going to be a squib kick. And Bryce Moore is going to kneel down at the 28. The Raiders will get started right there. First and 10 for the Raiders from their 28-yard line with a 10-7 lead here early in the second quarter. 8:04 to go. Irish Bill Seminole Bob. Joe picked Colorado. Of course, the pick wizard picked Colorado.
He also did not pick Arkansas, his team.
Ursula Householder checking in. Mike and the boys, the family checking in from Alexander City, Alabama. Tyler Morton, Navarre alum checking in. Former Big Bubba. It's going to be Wilson to the outside. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gain one. We're going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Raiders.
Good thing we anchored the tent down there, Bill. Wind's picked up.
Lucille Gasca checking in from California once again. Grandma Easy Gasca.
Easy Gasca. Ezekiel, right? Very strong Christian name.
Second and 9 for the Raiders. The handoff to Gilbert. Pushes forward out to the 30, give him another yard. Bring up 3rd and 8.
Make some noise. It's 3rd down.
Here comes Roman Marshall for the first time tonight. Gilbert in the backfield with Roman Marshall. 3rd and 8 for the Raiders from their 30.
Oh, he's short
He's
armed.
going to throw a screen back to the right to Dante Walker, but it's a little short, and the Raiders will send out the punt team.
Looks like it slipped out of his hand, Bill. Don't you think?
Possibly. The Raiders' first pass of the night. Mr. G checking in, says Northern California in the house.
Northern California all the way to Tacoma.
Dr. The King RGP checking in from Vienna, Austria.
Holy mackerel.
Gator fan, though, but thank you very much for what y'all do broadcasting these games.
Absolutely.
Jacob Bishop back for the Raiders.
Could have been procedure.
Beautiful punt. It's going to be out of bounds. No return. Let's see where they're going to stop. He's going to stop at the
Stop
41-yard line.
Stop right there. Stop.
Looks like he's going to stop at the 40. Is he still moving?
No. 39.
35?
Where's he going?
I'm not really sure. 31-yard punt. It looks like they're going to stop it at the 40. So we punted from the 30 to the 40, so that's 30 yards. Even I know that.
Well, we didn't know where he was going to put the ball down.
No, we didn't. So 1st and 10 Gators from their 40-yard line after the 30-yard punt by Jacob Bishop. It's going to be handoff to White right up the middle behind his center, where he's going to gain about 3. Rowan Strong coming up there. Matthew Lee, Bryce Wheeler. Gain of 2 for White, 2nd and 8. (10-7) Navarre with 6:08 to go here in the first half. Nino Freeman in at quarterback for the Gators. White to his right, just a tad in front of him. They're going to stack the receivers on the near side, single on the far side.
Water break.
Nope.
Nope.
We're going to have movement against the Gators. 3 penalties for each team.
Did not see that.
Going to stop the clock at the 5:55 mark. going to be 2nd and 14 for the Gators from their 42. Freeman back to pass. He rolls out to his left, actually to his right.
Flipping up. Found the
Throws back
receiver.
across the middle. Nice,
Wow.
nice pass play there to Daniel McDaniel. Out to the down to the Raider 49. Just enough for a first down. Nice heads-up play there by Freeman. First and 10 Gators at the Raider 49. 5:30 on the clock here in the second. Trips to the far side, single to the near side. White to the left. Actually has Moultrie to the left. And that's going to be Freeman getting knocked out, pushed out of bounds at about the 45. After they're going to spot it at the 44, so give him 5 yards, 2nd and 5. But 5:10 to go here in the first half. 10-7 Navarre on top. Spot the ball down to, that's a very generous spot at the 43.
Yep.
So give him 6, 2nd and 4. Freeman in the shotgun. Moultrie with the carry off left tackle, big hole. He has another Gator first down inside the 30, down to about, actually right at the 30. A gain of 13 for Moultrie and a Gator first down.
Want a break?
With 5:02.
Got any scores, Bill Hamill?
Well, let's go to the scoreboard. Robert?
Scoreboard.
Let's go scoreboard. My good friend Joshua Wilson. I love what all he does with FloridaHighSchoolFootball.com. They'll see if we can bring up the Panhandle scoreboard here real quick. We'll have a 1st and 10 Gators at the Raider 30 when we come out of the water break. Crestview over Pine Forest 7-0 second quarter. Choctaw over South Walton second quarter 9-0. Baker over Northview 8-0 second quarter. West Florida over Gulf Breeze 14-0. And 10-7 here. 21-0 Mariana over North Bay Haven. Pensacola on top of Booker T. Washington 6-0. Arnold over Vernon 19-0. Madison County over Pace first quarter 7-0.
Ooh, baby.
First and 10 Gators at the Raider 30, 5:02 to go in the first half. Navarre on top, 10-7. It's going to be a quick hitter to the far side out here.
Right.
Down the far sideline.
Boy, they're quick.
That pass goes to Jashawn Mobley. Down to the, they're going to spot it at the 16, give him 14 yards. Moving the ball nicely through the air on this drive. 4 or 5 passing for 82 yards for Nino Freeman. He has a lone touchdown for the Gators. A 4-yard scamper here early in the second quarter. They hand off to Moultrie. Off left tackle. He's going to bust
hole.
one and into the end zone. From 16 yards out, the Gators take their first lead of the ball game.
Flag on the play. Looks like excessive celebration, I think.
There is a flag. We're going to wait for the play. We're not going to. We're still waiting for the call. They have put the touchdown up on the scoreboard, but. And the White Hat's going over to talk to Coach Bagley. Right now they have it up as a touchdown from 14 yards out at the 4:47 mark.
They wanted on the penalty against Escambia on the kick, or it is a touchdown.
I would take it on the kick, on the kickoff.
Yes, that's what they're doing.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Gators. Should be a 15-yard
15-yard penalty against Escambia.
Or maybe they're not.
Oh, they are moving them back on the kickoff. Actually, on the extra point attempt, I should say. So this will be a 35-yard extra point attempt for Stancliffe. Actually, they're going to send their Jackson Perkins out for the long one.
Whistles and flags, and it was blocked anyway.
There's a flag on the play. Offsides against Navarre.
play outside on the defense, 5-yard penalty.
Second quarter chalked on 9. South Walton 0.
So they'll move it 5 yards closer. That will send Stancliffe back out instead of Perkins. This will be a 30-yard extra point attempt. 13-10. Escambia jumps out to their first lead. Kick is up.
Wide left.
Kick is
Nope.
good. Remains perfect on the season, 22 for 22. 14-10 Gators here with 4:47 to go in the first half.
Third quarter score from Tallahassee. Lincoln 13, Gadsden County 9.
So as a tale of two quarters so far, Navarre with all 10 in the first quarter. The Gators with 14 here in the second quarter.
16-yard touchdown run by G.Q. Moultrie. Gators take the lead. Escambia 14, Navarre 10.
Raiders with 148 yards of offense, all on the ground. 153 for the Gators, 71 through the air, actually 82 through the air, 71 on the ground.
Wakulla leading St. John Paul. Bill 7-0 first quarter. Why are they moving it up? Oh, because of the offsides. Yeah.
Yeah, but they moved it up on the offsides. That's why they brought in the other kicker. So I don't know why, unless there was another penalty after that.
I didn't see a signal, did you?
I did not. 14-10 Gators here with 4:47 to go in the first half. Seminole Bob, Irish Bill here at Emmitt Smith Field. Kick is long enough. Marquez White coming up to his 9. Goes right up the gut, still on his feet. Is going to get out to about the 30-yard line, a return of 21. The Raiders will start 1st and 10 right there from their 30-yard line. That play took 9 seconds. 14-10 Gators. Both teams have used one timeout so far. If that comes into play later here in the half. Roman Marshall in at quarterback for the Raiders. Keegan Gilbert to his left. The handoff to Gilbert. He's going to punch to the outside, get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gain 1. Going to move it out to 31, so give him 1 yard on the carry. Unless they had the ball originally spotted at the 31. 2nd and 10 Raiders from the 31. Gilbert back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Going to bring up 3rd and 10. Not on those first 2 carries. Bob's going to bring up 3rd and long. Spence in there at running back now to replace Gilbert. 3rd and 10 for the Raiders from their 31. 3:14 on the clock and running here in the second. It's going to be batted and intercepted. Great play up front by the Escambia Gators. It's going to be taken out there. Adrian Battle with the interception. Escambia is going to have great field position inside the Raiders 20.
1st and 10 Gators. Gators in the red zone.
It's a return of 15 on the interception.
Kind of an inauspicious beginning here for the ending of the second quarter for the Raiders. The Gators will receive the second half kickoff.
It's going to be Freeman on the keeper. He's going to punch it to the outside. He's chased down by Joshua Wilson, but not before he gets about 4 or 5 yards. We're going to give him 4 yards on the carry, 2nd and 6. Wilson runs him down from behind, which is no easy task.
Nope.
With the speed of Mr. Freeman. Spot the ball at the Raider 14, call it the 13-yard line, down to 2:28.
Timeout, offense.
At the 2:17 mark. So we're going to have a 3rd and 6 here, Bob. Actually, a 2nd and 6. The Raiders moving the ball on the ground rather nicely in the first quarter plus. Have kind of went stagnant here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, the offensive line for Escambia has kind of taken over. They've got some big holes. I don't know. This is just a question, playing devil's advocate, thinking outside the box. Is Navarre coming out a little flat? I mean, it was Andre Spence. Is the defense coming out? Is there a hangover from the big win? I don't know. That's just supposition, just throwing that out. What do you think, Bill?
Possibly. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Gators at the Raider 13. 2:17 on the clock here in the second. 14-10 Gators. They're knocking on the door once again. The handoff up the middle. Down to the 11, a gain of 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. White on the carry for 2 yards. They are in field goal range here, Bob. 155 and counting.
And the reason why I throw that out, Navarre is such a young team, Bill. And they live and die with emotions.
3rd and 5 for the Gators at the Raider 11. Down to 132 on the clock.
4-man rush.
It's going to be Freeman's going to dive forward. I'm not sure if he's got the first down. It's going to be close. I think he has it.
Yes.
1st and goal Gators down to the Raiders 6. 7-yard gain for Freeman and a Gator first down. Clock reaches down to 1:12. It's been all Gators here in the second quarter after it was all Navarre into first. Down to 1 minute. First and goal at the Raider 5.
Watch the throw here.
Wide off left tackle. A gain of 1. Timeout, Escambia, their last one of the first half.
Sure is.
42 seconds. It's going to be a second and goal from the 5. No gain. Actually, they didn't give him any yardage on that.
It was a diminutive run. Oh.
So it's kind of cleared up here, Bob.
Sure has.
It's actually turned into a nice breezy night here at Escambia High School. Raiders defense comes back out. If they can stop them right here, Bob, and no timeouts left, they might be able to keep them out of the end zone.
Yep. Line up for a quick field goal. Quarterback run here.
Freeman's going to roll out.
He's his worst enemy sometimes. Intercepted!
Intercepted at the 1 yard line. Andre Spence, second interception on the night. Probably not a very smart throw right there. The Raiders defense steps up once again.
So Navarre has an interception and Escambia has an interception.
That's a big defensive play right there for the Raiders.
Let's remember that one.
Andre Spence always seems to be Johnny on the spot when a team has a big play coming up. Let's go back to the Milton game. Forces a fumble at the 1, and there he intercepts at the 1.
Wow, right at the 1. Ooh, mercy.
If he could have caught it a little bit back, he would have been in the end zone. We could have got the ball out at the 20.
Yep.
It's going to be Wilson out of the Black Pearl. Wilson's going to get it out over the 5, out to it to 6, give him 5, and that might be the last play of the first half, Bob. One more play if they can get the...
Well, Scambia's got to be very disappointed. Mike Bennett's got to be very, very upset about that.
Raiders, I think, are trying to get one more play off. Wilson's going to get out to about the 9, actually the 8, give him 3 more yards. And that'll be the last play of the first half. Your halftime score, Escambia 14, Navarre 10. And we'll be back after this commercial break.
To everyone who loves Culver's, the feeling is mutual. I'm Nicole from Culver's of Cross Plains, Wisconsin. And when I'm serving you a Butterburger, I'm just as happy as you are. I almost get giddy when I hear the sizzle of our fresh beef on the grill. Seeing that smile that comes from a meal made just right, some call it magic, but I like to call it love at first bite. Stop in for a cook-to-order Butterburger and let us make Culver's your happy place.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
University Lending Group, located in Harvest Village, is Navarre's local mortgage lender. Buying, building, or refinancing a dream home is in your future. You need to contact University Lending Group. Jennifer Gomes, Stacy Wright, and Sheila Billingham are the loan specialists who have the experience to take you step by step to make your buying, building, or refinancing experiences smooth. So University Lending at 752 Navarre Parkway, Suite 56, or call us at 850-396-0322.
Sometimes all you need to change your life is a sign. Like an actual sign that's like above you. And no, I don't love B-dubs just because I'm a buffalo with wings. Frankly, that's offensive and reductionist. It's like they made beer into a place and gave that place sports and chicken wings. And the people, the best. Marty! You're dead weight! Yeah, this place is kind of like heaven. You know, without needing to get hit by a bus. Let's go sports bar!
Navarre Fitness is where old school meets new. Whether you're into free weights or the latest and greatest weightlifting equipment, they will meet your needs. They have cardio machines as well if you want to get your sweat on. Whatever direction you decide to go, trainers Clay Horton, Brick Grubbs, Andrew Coase, and Stephanie Hunt will be there to assist you along the way. So what are you waiting for? Oh yeah, how do I join? Just go to navarrefitness.net and check out our rates or call us at 850-816-5434. You can even stop by our location at 8700B Navarre Parkway in Navarre. You can also visit our sister gym, Midway Fitness, at 5660 Gulf Breeze Parkway, Unit 1. Both facilities are open 24/7. We are the place to go to get you started on the road to a better you. The Hustle isn't named after anyone, not after a designer, definitely not after a mythological god. It's not about stripes or ranking or status. The Hustle is real. The Hustle is about you. So keep in mind when you're repping and rocking Hustle Hard USA streetwear, you can tell all the onlookers that this mark, this brand represents your hustle, your grind. You put in that time, that sweat, that pain. Now it's up to you to show them all what you got. Win or lose, the hustle is real. Go to www.hustlehardusa.com and I can guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. Great teams have great support. The Navarre Raiders have one of the best support organizations, the Navarre Raider Quarterback Club. All the members see to it that the Raiders have all available necessities to keep the Raiders on track. Well, they're seeing to it that they are properly fed, have good transportation, or making sure that all Raider fans can hear all the exciting Navarre Raider football action. The Navarre Raider Quarterback Club is there to make it happen. Thanks, Navarre Raider Quarterback Club, for your support of your winning Navarre Raiders on IrishBillSports.com.
Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spread out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
New York is where I'd rather stay.
I get allergic smelling hay.
I just adore a penthouse view.
Darling, I love you, but give me Park Avenue.
The chores.
The stores. Fresh air. Times Square.
You are my wife.
Goodbye, city life.
Green Acres, we are there.
this old world starts getting me down, and people are just too much for me to face. I climb way up to the top of the stair, and all my cares just drift right into space. On the roof it's peaceful as can be, and there the world below can bother.
You have just unlocked the door to the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound and of sight. You are moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of offense and defense. You have just crossed over into the Irish Bill Sports Zone.
Welcome back to Emmitt Smith Field. 14-10 Escambia on top here at the half. We're about 10.5 minutes from kickoff here in the second half. The Gators will get the ball to start the second half. And what kind of stood out to you in the first half, Robert?
Well, just the dichotomy of there's a big word for you.
That will give you about 40 points on Scrabble.
You're right. The difference between the first and second quarters. The first quarter, it was all Andre Spence and the offensive line. I mean, Andre did not do it by himself. It was the big bubbas who opened holes, and we were so lucky to get to meet good many of these young men. And when I say young men,
3 sophomores, a junior, and a senior on the offensive line.
Right. So next year, if everything holds the way it should, you'll have, instead of 1 out of 5 coming back, you'll have 4 out of 5 coming back.
They've got Jared Hola at center. Then you have Zevin Jones and A.J. Hopper at guards. And then your outsides or Jacob Walsh and Peyton Robinson, the big bubbas.
Thought Jacob was a guard, but maybe anyway.
Vice versa.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, you heard Coach Gannis say behind them it's a little thin.
We got some scores here, Bob, at the half.
Let's do it.
Second quarter, Madison County 15, Pace 7. Gulf Breeze trailing West Florida 28-7. Chalkton 9, South Walton nothing. Crestview still up 7-0. Baker 8-0 over Northview. Mariana over North Bay Haven 42-0. And we're trying to get my screen to Pensacola over Booker T. Washington 6-0. Arnold 20. Vernon nothing. The Hollis Christian Chipley game was canceled for tonight. Not sure why, whether it was the weather or if Hollis Christian couldn't make the trip over. Not sure. But there's your halftime scores. Let's go over to the Big Bend region. See if we can get some scores from the Big Bend region.
Rutherford leading Port St. Joe 24-7. That's kind of a surprise.
Fourth quarter score, Wakulla 14, St. John Paul II 6. Lincoln over Gaston County 14-9, third quarter. McClay all over FAMU 56-0 at the half. Cottondale in the battle of unbeaten teams 32-20 over Franklin County. Weewaw 20-7 over Liberty County. Jefferson County over North Florida Christian 29-0. Cairo over Leon 35-0. And we gave you the Mariana score already. But here, halftime statistics.
How many syllables?
I'll be specific of the halftime statistics.
Do that.
The Raiders with 153 yards rushing. 9 carries, 111 yards for Andre Spence. 36 yards on 7 carries for Josh Wilson. And 6 yards on 4 carries for Keegan Gilbert. That's all the Raider offense for the Escambia Gators. 4 of 6 passing for 82 yards and an interception for Nino Freeman. As leading receiver, the big one, the 43-yarder to Diego Dukes that set up the first touchdown. The running game, 28 yards for White, 32 yards for Moultrie, and 25 yards for Freeman. 82 yards through the air, 85 yards on the ground. 167 total for Escambia, 153 for Navarre. Both teams with one turnover. Interception for both teams. There in the second quarter.
What's your assessment, Bill, for the first half?
A little surprised that the Raiders got away for what was working for them in the first quarter.
I agree.
Andre Spence all day long. Marshall comes in the second quarter. Both of his passes, the first one was a little short to his receiver out on the right flat. Second one picked off.
Well,
a ball batted up in the air.
Yeah. I'm not sure you can.
We are up on the roof. Lucille, that's our song. Because we do games from up on the roof if we can't be inside or if we don't want to be inside. We go up on the roof. Tonight we had to go up top, and we got our nice, beautiful awning over the top of us, and it stopped raining.
Yep.
Go figure.
Now, we got the awning out of the bag. Can we get it back in the bag?
Good
is
question.
The question. But we didn't have to make two trips. We used your little blue cart and got everything down here, up here.
The coach is going to give me one of his hard cases, so hopefully I'll be able to put all of my equipment in one case, and I won't have to use a backpack or anything. We can put all of it in the alligator case.
Coach?
Yep.
What does he do?
You're going to put me on the spot.
I thought he was a photographer.
No, he's actually a coach.
Okay.
He used to be a DJ. But
Yeah,
he sold his business.
I heard.
Now a
say
coach.
that.
And I know I'm going to mess. There are a lot of Navarre coaches. I can't remember all of them by name.
That's fine. I just didn't know if you knew who it was.
Both teams with 4 penalties in the first half. Navarre 4 for 20. Escambia 4 for 30. 2 kickoff returns for Marquez White for 59 yards. He also had a punt return for 2 yards. And Jack Byer, perfect on the night, 1 for 1 extra point, 1 for 1 field goals. His first field goal on the season from 25 yards.
Yep.
And that's where we stand.
What do you think Garrett Bagley's saying?
This,
and they didn't go inside a locker room or anything. They stayed out where it was a little cooler. They huddled as the big team, and then they broke into their positions and met with their position coaches.
Byer out there warming up. I haven't seen Fugate out there tonight. But he was out as the team captain for the kickoff.
I don't know.
They use both kickers.
Right.
So Kate Fugate and Jack Byer.
Back to Coach Bagley.
Yes. Wow. I'm going to have to think about this one for a second, Bob. I think he's telling them, guys, we're right there. We're 4 points down. Let's get back to what worked for us in the first half. And we're in this game. And big defensive play there at the end of the game, I think, will hopefully maybe turn the momentum of this game. Maybe he'll build off of that interception there. Your opinion?
Oh, spot on. I like what I heard. Gosh, we had so many guests the other night.
Yeah, we did.
One of them said, the one that Paul interviewed with the long hair and the
A.J. Hop.
He said Paul asked him a great question. When we got down, he said, what was it like after Tate scored first? He said, the sideline was different. We were confident. We weren't down like in the first 2 or 3 games when the other team would score. Sometimes the players' heads would go down and panic would set in. He said, what I saw with the offensive line and with the team on the sidelines was a lot of confidence. And maybe that's what Coach Bagley said. Hey, let's remember a week ago. We're a better team than we were at the beginning of the season. We've grown as a team. So let's, start playing like it.
The Gators will get the ball. As they've won the toss, they deferred to the second half. And the Raiders went right down the field and put 3 on the board. They followed it up as the clock expired in quarter one, as the clock is about ready to expire here at intermission.
I wonder why they put 20 up. Usually they put 20 up for when both bands perform or a halftime. Escambia band played before the game, 2 or 3 songs. For you band, I can't say that. I can't pronounce it.
Band aficionados.
Oh, yes. You can, I can't. They played before.
That's my big word for the night.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Could we maybe see possibly an onside kick here to start the second half?
I was thinking that possibly. I don't know. You don't want to give them. You don't want to give them too much good field position.
Once again, I apologize for the blurriness of the camera with the rain. I think that affected it a little bit here tonight, but I think we're good to go. It goes in and out. I'll look at my camera this weekend and see if maybe I can adjust the settings a little bit. And
it worked fine the other night.
It did.
Yeah, I mean we're so.
It might just be the elements tonight, Bob.
Or it could be the camera person.
Nah, not a chance.
Do the best I can. It's hard to do color.
You'll see a raise in your pay next week.
A raise in my pay. I appreciate that.
In fact, I'm going to quadruple your pay. No comment?
No.
Wherever you are out there tonight on the World Wide Web, we appreciate you tuning in to IrishBillSports.com. Irish Bill Sports Live, 944 on YouTube. Raider football every Friday night for the rest of the season. No weeks off. So you can book it every Friday night. The next 3 or 4 weeks will be at Bennett C. Russell Stadium. The lone road game will be in Week 9 at Gulf Breeze.
Right.
So 7:30 kickoff, a 7:30 kickoff, I think 7 at Gulf Breeze, and then a 7:30 against Niceville in the final week. But
senior night, yeah.
2 big district matchup games coming up the next 2 weeks with Crestview and Pace.
Yeah, I mean you can't let down. You got to keep up your. What worked? The RPO worked so well last week against Tate.
Let's see if we can get back to the scoreboard, give you some updates before we start the second half. Both teams warming up on their respective ends of the field. Halftime score down in Venice. IMG Academy 21, Venice 10.
Ooh. 1 versus 4 there, Bill.
Big game going on there. We'll try to get you the Panhandle scores here coming up. We got some updates. Still Baker and Northview 8-0 third quarter. Crestview over Pine Forest 7-0 to half. Choctaw at the half over South Walton 9-0.
Wow.
Madison County 15, Pace 14 in the second quarter. We knew that would be a good game. No really score updates other than those right there, Bob. And the intermission horn has rang, and we're ready for second half action here at Emmitt Smith Field on the campus of Escambia High School. Escambia 14, Navarre 10, as we get ready to start second half action here. on the roof at Escambia High School atop the press box.
Let's hope they don't turn the lights off on us.
Turn out the lights. The party's no, the party's not over. Party's just getting started.
Turn off the lights. Party.
The Gators out here in their dark gray jerseys with orange numerals, orange helmet, E on the side with the Gator. The Raiders in their maroon pants, white jerseys, maroon numbers, black helmet with the Raider on the side. No band tonight as they decided to not make the trip after it rained all day.
That's a tough call. I mean, I've not been a band director, but I handle special events in sports. And do I line the field? Do I not line the field? Just as soon as you chalk a clay field, you know what's going to happen. It's going to rain, and on and on and on. Do you drive to Pensacola? Do you get your uniforms? Lots of.
Byer getting ready to put toe on leather to get the second half underway.
Directional kicks had worked the last couple times.
Last one went out at the 40. Actually, it was caught right at the 20. That was a pooch kick to the 26. That's where they're going to start right there. Fair catch by McDaniel. Be first and 10 Gators from their 27-yard line.
That's interesting. There wasn't anybody around him, Bill. I'm sure he was told by his coach to do that, but, man, with the speed of it, Escambia.
Nino Freeman brings the offense back out. 14-10 Gators as we get ready to start the second half here. First and 10 from the 26. It's going to be White off left tackle with a big gain out over the 30. Ball on the ground.
Navarre's got it, Bill.
Raiders recover. They forced a fumble. One official saying fumble, the other one saying down.
You certainly didn't hit the pile very fast, guys. Come on. Come on, man. Oh, boy. Remember that one.
Yeah, they said the player was down. One official calls fumble. They changed the call. It's going to be a 7-yard gain, 8-yard gain by White, 2nd and 2. The Gators get a break right there.
Big time break.
2nd and 2 from the 35. Freeman back to pass.
Oh!
If Wilson would have turned around, that was pick 6.
Yes, sir.
Good defensive play there. I bet Josh is glad to be back on defense where he's applying the wood instead of getting hit. Well, he delivers the hit on when he's running the ball as well.
Yeah, big play right here.
Third and 2.
Navarre's got 2 safeties up top. One's walking up.
Putting some pressure on. First down carry out over the 40, or actually right to the 39, and that's all he needed. That's going to move the chains. Gain of 2. First down Gators. 8th first down of the game. 6th there in the second quarter. They're going to move the ball out to the 39. First and 10 Gators from their 39-yard line. There's going to be a procedure call against Escambia.
Snap infraction. Moving the ball around too much. Lifting it.
5th penalty of the night for the Gators for 35 yards. Moving back 5 will be 1st and 15. Turns it into a possible pass play coming up here, Bob.
I don't know. They've been running the ball pretty good. Quarterback at times has not had the best footing when he's been trying to plant and throw.
Freeman back to pass. He's feeling pressure.
He's panicking.
He's going to throw it out of bounds. And bring up 2nd and 15. That will stop the clock at the 10:41 mark.
With his versatility, Bill, instead of a drop back, I'd roll him out. Kind of like how we do with Roman, because he's such a threat to run.
The Raiders were providing a lot of pressure.
They were, yeah.
He kind of just had to get rid of that ball. 2nd and 15 for the Gators from their 34. 10:41 on the clock here in the third. 14-10, Escambia on top. Twin receivers near side, signal to the far side. Raiders might bring a little pressure here. Vinny Villanova, it's a screen pass.
Good call.
A big gain into Raider territory down to the 41-yard line.
Good call.
Gain of 25
the fullback
to Mason Moore. His first catch of the night.
And
a Gator first down.
Great call by the offensive staff of Escambia on that play.
1st and 10 at the Raider 41. The handoff to Moultrie. Still on his feet. Shoestring tackle there to bring him down. Bryce Wheeler. Down to the Raider 33-yard line. They're going to give him 7 down to the 34. Moultrie on the carry. Second and 3 for the Gators at the Raider 34. 9:43 on the clock here in the third. 14-10 Gators. Freeman back to pass.
Good call.
Slant play.
Good call.
Marquez White with the tackle, but it's a gain down to the 8. That was to Diego Dukes, I believe.
He's got a big arm, that for sure.
34 down to the 6. A gain of 28 to Dukes. And a Gator 1st and goal.
Quarterback run here. No, out of the backfield and dropped.
Trying to find Moultrie out of the backfield. Incomplete.
Got to catch the ball first.
Six of 11 on the night. 1 interception, 135 yards for Freeman. 2nd and goal at the Raiders 6.
This formation, they usually run the ball.
Freeman looks over the sideline, gets the signal.
Sweep.
A sweep to the outside. White's going to get in the end zone from 6 yards out on a sprint play to the near side. 6 yards for White and a Gator first down.
Verdi, touchdown. Gator touchdown.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, you said first down.
I know.
Yeah.
All running touchdowns tonight. Stan Clifford in for the extra point. The kick is up. And good. 21-10, Escambia on top.
Navarre has to answer here.
Most definitely.
Remember the fumble that was not a fumble.
Correct.
No instant replay in high school until you reach the Final Four.
Marquez White and Brody Powers will be Powers moving up a little bit. Curtis Sanders back there as well with Brandon Estrada. Villanova and Moore in front of those individuals. End over end kick that's going to come down at the 14. Marquez White with the return. Going to get out over the 25, out to about the 28. Spotted at the 29. Be first and 10 Navarre from their 29. First drive here in the second half. They're going to spot the ball right down at the 29. First and 10 Raiders from the 29. 9:05 on the clock here in the third. 21-10, Escambia on top. Keegan Brant Gilbert still on his feet.
Flag on the play, Bill. Probably illegal procedure.
He's calling in his buddies.
I think it's the same thing again about how many men on the line. Waving off another one. Well, that's a benefit for Navarre.
It's going to be a gain of 4 for Gilbert. 2nd and 6, Navarre. Trailing 21-10 here with 8:50 to go in the third quarter. Handoff.
Flag on the play.
In the secondary.
The Navarre.
Could we have a legal man downfield, Bob?
No, he pointed toward Escambia. Interference. I thought he was holding. Okay.
Holding defense.
He hooked him. Yep.
Move it 10 yards.
First down.
The Raider first down.
Probably didn't need to do that.
6 penalties on the night. They moved the ball out to the 43. The handoff to Gilbert, pushing forward. Pyle is pushing forward out to the 45. Give him 2. 2nd and 8 for the Raiders out to their 45.
You can see he's run the ball some, right?
A little dirty.
A little dirty.
Gain of 2 for Gilbert. I think that's Gilbert, 28. Second and 8 for the Raiders from their 45. Marshall back to pass.
Sidearms it. Brady got it.
Connor Hamblin with the catch. The Raiders down inside 25 all the way down to the 23. A 32-yard pass play from Marshall to Hamlin. Raider first down on the first completed pass of the night.
Kind of sidearmed it, didn't he, Bill?
He did.
Brody's 11 and Hamlin's 14.
32-yard pass play.
That's going to open up the running game.
Spence back in for Gilbert. First and 10 Raiders at the Escambia 23. 7:15 on the clock.
Boom.
Spence going to get back to line of scrimmage. No gain. Second and 10 coming up.
Same play now. Roman, run the RPO.
Hamlin, a junior. There's a whole new receiving core for the Raiders here in 24, except for Brandon Estrada. Second and 10 for the Raiders at the Escambia 23. 6:37 on the clock here in the third. 21-10 Gators on top.
Trap play.
Spence still on his feet.
He's
The
so
line
strong.
still moving it.
They're trying to strip it, and they didn't need to tackle him.
He's down inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. It looked like a scrum, didn't it, Bob?
Oh, yeah. Look for the tight ends here. They've been big this season.
Third and 6 for the Raiders at the Escambia 19.
Low snap. An out.
And a catch. It is a catch.
Short.
By Hamlin. Going to be about a half-yard short. It's going to be 4th and a long 1.
Wow, that's a curious spot. Looked like he was closer to the down marker than that.
Down to the 15, a gain of 4 to Hamlin. He was happy just to get that.
Yeah. Throw was low.
It's going to be 4th and 1 for the Raiders.
Black Pearl time.
Josh Wilson and Andre Spence in for the Black Pearl. There was a timeout on the play. Offsides defense. Raider first down.
Wow.
That's going to give the Raiders a first down inside the 15. Seventh penalty on the night for the Gators.
Mental mistake there.
Gilbert back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, he's going to lose about a yard.
And that's Gilbert that's down. He went down fast.
Slipped on this wet turf. 4:38 on the clock here in the third. Navarre will have a second and looks like about 9.
Yeah.
So a big catch there by Hamlin, a 32-yard pass play from Marshall to Hamlin, and a 4-yarder. Then the Raiders get a offsides against the Escambia Gators, get them first down. And Keegan Gilbert still down on the field. Get a chance to head back to the score. See if I can bring up the scoreboard here real quick. Let you know what's going on in the area here. Gilbert still down on the field for Navarre. The ball is at the 12-yard line. And Gilbert is down at the 10-yard line. He's getting up. Hobbling a little bit. Gathering himself. Seems to be walking off on his own, Bob.
He has had a shoulder injury, Bill. Kind of carryover from his Texas high school playing days.
Actually, I think he lost a couple on that because the Raiders had a 1st and goal. Because they have set the down marker down. They just have the down marker going now. There's going to be Spence up the middle. He's met there by a host of Gators. Going to bring up 3rd down. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Clock down to 4 minutes here in the 3rd. Third and goal for the Raiders.
Nice
touchdown, Raiders.
Brody Powers.
Brody Powers.
Brody. Nice.
A 12-yard touchdown pass from Marshall to Powers. His 2nd touchdown reception on the season.
They had a corner route. Brody came underneath, slanting across.
Marshall faked the handoff to Spence. Spence went left. Marshall went right. It's Powers on a 12-yard touchdown pass. 3 for 3 on that drive for Marshall for 48 yards.
Raiders going for 2 here, Bill. Bring him within a field goal.
And Spence is in for the 2-point conversion. 21-18.
Nice. They ran that play before Escambia was ready. That's how you answer, Bill. I said, this is an important answer that Navarre needs to make.
And they get 8 out of it.
Yeah, and remember the offside play. Would they have gotten the 1st down with Andre and the Black Pearl? Probably. But the offside, just nice drive.
So Marshall 3 for 3 on that drive. 48 yards, his 1st touchdown pass of the night, his 3rd on the season. Nice breeze coming up on the roof here. 21-18.
Pooch goes out of bounds.
So it goes out of bounds at the 35, at the 36. So that's where they'll start, right there at the 36. Or where it went out of bounds.
Or a re-kick.
.244 yards of offense for the Gators, 212 for the Raiders, 164 on the ground for Navarre, 48 through the air, 109 rushing for Escambia, 135 passing. And it's going to be
I have no idea.
They marked it off from where it went out of bounds. Interesting. 5 penalties against Navarre on the night for 25 yards. 7 penalties for the Gators for 50 yards.
Number 1 goes out for Navarre.
Gabe Alonzo comes in.
It may have been an equipment issue.
1st and 10 Gators from their 41 with 3:39 on the clock here in the third.
See if they pick on Gabe.
Freeman in the shotgun, back to pass.
Oh!
And great pressure there by, looking for the number there. I think that was Bryce. No, that was 90, Bryce Wheeler with the pressure. And it's going to fall incomplete.
The jersey's getting a little dirty, Bill.
I know it's kind of hard to read the numbers on the back with some of these guys. So 2nd and 10 for the Gators from their 41. They got to Freeman before he could utilize those legs.
Right.
2nd and 10.
Hand
off to White.
Wow.
Nice gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down. It's going to get out to the 48-yard line. Give him 6 and bring up 3rd and 4.
Ran right by the defensive lineman.
Time for the Raiders to try to make a stop here and get the ball back, Bob.
Yep.
With 3:11 to go, 21-18 is your score. Escambia up 3.
This third quarter. I don't think they're in a passing formation. I think they're just going to spread Navarre out and run the ball here.
It's going to be Freeman on the keeper. He is short. It's going to be 4th and 1. 3 yards for Freeman on the keeper, but it's going to be 4th down. See, the Raiders can make a stand right here. This would be a big momentum swing, Bob.
Yep.
4th and 1 for the Gators at the Raider 49. 2:25 on the clock here in the third.
See if they try to draw Navarre off sides. They got too many players. They got to call a timeout. Wow, remember that one. Personnel issues. That's huge. Oh, they're down to 1 timeout.
They have.
Am I reading that right?
Yes, because they used 1 down here on the other end of the field on their first drive. Actually, no, there's 2. That's 2, Bob.
Okay.
They've only used 1. I was thinking of the first half.
Oh, it's first. Okay.
So 21-18 is your score. The Gators will have a 4th and 1 at the Raider 49.
See if they try to draw them off sides.
2:12 on the clock here in the third.
Got to show some discipline.
Gadsden knocks off Lincoln 31-21.
Wow.
What a year.
Did anybody pick Gadsden?
I don't think so. Let me check. I got it right here.
Did anybody in Northwest Florida in the 850 pick Gadsden?
4th and 1.
Low snap.
Nobody. It's close, depending on the spot.
It looks like a first down. They're right in front of us.
Gain of 1, and he got it.
Barely.
Didn't get anything more. That was Moultrie with a 1-yard gain and a Escambia first down.
Inside 2 minutes here in the third quarter.
Their 10th first down of the night. 1st and 10 at the Raider 47. Give him 2 on that carry. Freeman in the shotgun. 2 backs in the backfield to his right. A handoff to White. A sprint left. And he's going to get out and right in front of the Raider bench. He's pushed out of bounds by Jaden Jones. He steps out at about the 44. White with a 3-yard gain down to the 44. 2nd and 7.
You notice Escambia, Bill, doesn't use much motion.
No, they don't.
Just straight in your face, stop me. It's kind of been the style of the legend there,
Coach Mike Bennett.
Yep.
It's going to be a quick hitter to the far side. Good play. Tackle by Josh Wilson down to the 39. It's going to be a gain of 4. Gain of 4 to Mobley. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Third and 2 at the Raider 39. Down to 105. Down under a minute to go. Third and 2.
There's motion.
Missed tackle. And Mobley's going to get the Gator first down as we're going to wind down here. It's a gain down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 10 to Mobley and a Gator first down.
Play didn't look promising. The pass was behind Mobley.
He made a nice adjustment there
he did.
On the ball and gains 10 for a Gator first down. We're down to 27 seconds.
They're going to want to let this run down, so they'll have the wind at their back in the fourth quarter.
That's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We'll be right back. Your score at the end of 3, Escambia 28, Navarre 18. We'll be back after this short commercial break.
To everyone who loves Culver's, the feeling is mutual. I'm Nicole from Culver's of Cross Plains, Wisconsin. And when I'm serving you a Butterburger, I'm just as happy as you are. I almost get giddy when I hear the sizzle of our fresh beef on the grill. Seeing that smile that comes from a meal made just right, some call it magic, but I like to call it love at first bite. Stop in for a cook-to-order Butterburger and let us make Culver's your happy place.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire the right person. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills with the right jobs from the production floor to the front office. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
First and 10 Gators at the Raider 30-yard line. Starting the fourth quarter here, 21-18. Escambia on top.
Different quarterback.
Billy Dunn on the run, on the keeper.
Face mask.
Easy. Gasket looks like it's going to have a face mask penalty here. Billy Dunn, the transfer from Pace. It's a backup quarterback here. Personal foul face mask is going to give the Gators a first down, all the way down to the 15. Had him in the backfield, didn't need to do that, Bob.
Nope.
That's going to give the Gators a first down at the Raider 15. 21-18 is the score. Escambia with a first and 10 at the Raider 15. 11:55 to go in the ball game. 21-18. Escambia on top. Billy Dunn back out. Nino Freeman back in. Handoff off left tackle down to the 14, down to the 13. Give Moultrie 2 yards as he slipped at the 13-yard line. 2nd and 8 for the Gators. Freeman looks to the near sideline for the call from the sideline. 2nd and 8 for the Gators at the Raider 13. 11:20 and counting here into the fourth quarter. Freeman is blown dead. Flag on the far side.
Legal procedure on the offense. Back it up 5 yards.
So bring up 2nd and 13. 8th penalty of the night against the Gators. 55 yards. Move the ball back to about the 13-yard, actually the 18-yard line. Clock down to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He gets it off.
Slant.
A slant pass across the middle. It's going to fall incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and long. That'll stop the clock at 10:40. 8 of 15 on the night for 149 for Nino Freeman.
I think he hurried that just a tad.
Oh, he was feeling a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, I guess
from Darth Vader. I mean, Easy Gasca.
Easy Gasca. Ezekiel.
3rd and 13 for the Gators at the Raider 18. 10:40 on the clock.
Look for the back again. Well, good push.
There's a sack.
What a sack.
Vinny Villanova with the big sack. Woo! Takes them out of field goal range as well.
Vinny, he didn't miss.
All the way back to the 29-yard line.
46 be 46.
A loss of 11 on the sack. Vinny's 2nd sack of the night for 21 yards.
I see Mrs. Villanova over there holding up a picture of Vinny.
2nd sack on the night for Navarre. Both of them go to number 3.
Offense still on the field.
Well, they're out of field goal range, so that would be a 46-yard field goal. So it's going to be 4th and about.
Forever.
Freeman back to pass.
Good push.
He's going to get rid of it.
Intercepted. No.
And drop. That's what they should have done, because now they get the ball out at the 29.
That's right.
So incomplete pass, and the Raiders defense steps up.
He's limping off there. 40.
So what a stand by the Raiders, and number 3 comes up huge. And the Raiders take over on downs. Trailing 21-18.
That's what your senior leadership will do, Bill. In the first quarter, it was Andre Spence.
So the Raiders will take over with 9:39 on the clock here in the fourth, trailing by 3. Marshall back in.
A lot of time, run the ball. Pump fake, long throw.
We're going to have a holding penalty here on the near side on 0, Taylor Bradsher. That's what it looked like to me.
Yep.
Didn't ever let him get going in his route.
I'm not sure he needed to. There wasn't much separation.
Holding penalty against Escambia. That will give the Raiders a first down. That's their 9th penalty on the night for 65 yards. Moves the ball out to the 38 of Navarre. 9:34 on the clock.
Legal procedure. There's another flag.
Keegan Gilbert back on the field. Good to see him back on the field.
He just laid the boom to somebody.
There's a flag on the play.
Probably legal motion there, and
May we have
holding.
offsetting penalties?
I think both on Navarre. Legal motion and then holding.
Quite the pessimist, Bob.
Legal procedures, decline.
Holding.
Yeah.
You were right.
Well, the referee trails the play on sweeps, and he watches for garbage, and that is one of the things he looks out for is holdings or crackback blocks or something.
7
like
penalties for Navarre now for 50 yards. So it's going to be first and about 20.
Out. Oh. Good timing on that to Brody. Brody. Good hit on the play.
2nd and 20 coming up for the Raiders. They'll stop the clock at 9:27. Or is there a flag on the? Was there a flag on the play?
I did not see a flag. Legal procedure. Decline. They're going to take the down.
2nd and 20 coming up. Going to spot the ball right back at the 28-yard line. They need to get out to the 49 for a first down. We need a big run right here out of Gilbert. Switches from the right side to the left side. Clock running down to 9:20. Running hard, out over the 30, out to the 34. Give him 6. We'll bring up 3rd and 14. Actually call it 3rd and 15. As the white hand bends over to tie his shoes. 9 minutes to go. 21-18. Escambia on top of Navarre. Your big bubbas, Jared Hola, Jacob Walsh, and Zevin Jones are your guards. Peyton Robinson. 3rd and 14.
Threw behind the receiver.
He got happy feet there, Bob.
Yep.
Tried to find Dante Walker. Falls incomplete. Now bring up Jacob Walsh.
Happy feet with the quarterback, happy feet with the receiver.
For his 2nd punt on the night. A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Jacob Walsh in for the 2nd time tonight. 30 yards on his first punt. Good snap back.
Legal procedure or legal motion.
He's going to take a Raider bounce inside the 30 down to the 28.
Andre went in motion.
Was there a flag on the play, Bob?
I thought there's one on the 26-yard line down there.
And we'll see what Coach Bennett wants to do. Add 5 yards to the 28 or make him punt again.
He's going to add it.
They're going to decline it. First down, Gators.
Defensive stand time here.
$16 down to the 29, so a 37-yard punt there for Jacob Bishop. Gators will have 1st and 10 at the 30. 21-18, 8:25 to go in the ball game. The weather cleared up. It's turned into a rather nice night over here at Emmitt Smith Field. 1st and 10 Gators from the 30.
It poured right about the time I left. Santa Rosa Beach. I mean, it was coming down pretty good.
Freeman in the shotgun, twins far side, single near side. Freeman feeling pressure.
Oh, that's got to be offensive interference. He grabbed the defender so he couldn't make a catch.
But they've been putting a lot of pressure on Freeman here in the fourth quarter.
They sure have.
It's going to fall incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Wow, that happened right in front of you there, Mr. Side Judge.
I think as Marquez White had a beat on that one.
He sure did. That's got to be offensive interference.
Billy Dunn in now for Nino Freeman, backup quarterback. 2nd and 10, Gators. It's going to be handoff to Dorian Smith. Brady Thiessen with the initial hit. Smith is going to be corralled at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, 3rd and 5 coming up for the Gators.
Biggest play of the game right here. We still have 8 minutes to play, but 3rd and 5. They're on the near hash. Look for maybe a jet sweep or a pitch.
Freeman back in, 3rd and 5. They need to get to the 40. 7:39 on the clock and moving here in the fourth, 21-18. Escambia on top. Freeman feeling pressure.
Complete.
Another big completion to Mobley. All of his catches have been for a first down. That's going to move the ball out to the 46. That's a gain of 11 to Mobley. And a Gator first down.
Navarre's getting penetration.
1st and 10 Gators at the 46-yard line. Maybe hopefully the defense can cause another turnover here, Bob.
Would love it.
1st and 10 Gators from the 46. 7 minutes to go. Hit across the middle.
Or H-back.
That would be Mason Moore. Down to the Raider, 46, a gain of 8.
Do you go long here?
Down to 6:35. Second and 2. The handoff to White. He's running sideways. Gets the first down. Tackle by Andre Spence on the near side down to the 42. Going to spot the ball at the 41. A gain of 5 for White and a Gator first down.
I'll take a pick 6 here.
Clock down to 5:51 and still rolling.
Was this an extra timeout? Oh, it's after a first down. I guess the clock doesn't. The play clock, they just started.
Quick hitter to Mobley again. He's going to be pushed out of bounds by White. Not before he gets down to the 38. Give him 3 on the reception. Bring up 2nd and 7. 5th catch on the night for Mobley for 42 yards. Going to give him 3, it looks like. Second and 7 for the Gators at the Raider 38.
Blitz coming. Oh, wow.
And Moultrie goes right up the middle.
Caught Navarre in a blitz.
31. 36 yards out. Moultrie goes in. Stretches the lead out to 27-18.
Good play
26-yard run by Moultrie.
Perfect storm
Actually,
there.
36-yard run by Moultrie.
Vinny blitzed and this
5:23 mark. All their touchdowns on the ground. Stancliffe in for the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. 28-18.
Taking a water break, I believe, Bill.
70-yard drive, 7 plays. Topped off by a 36-yard run by Moultrie. His second touchdown on the night.
Oh, my knees hurt.
28-18 is your score with 5:23 to go. Kind of a heavyweight fight here in the second half. Heavyweight battle. You score, we score, they score. Navarre will try to get back in this one.
Your scoreboard there, Bill.
Balanced offensive attack for the Gators tonight. 171 passing, 160 rushing, 331. Raiders with 170 rushing, 48 passing, 218. This kick is returnable. White from the 12. Still on his feet, out over the 25, out to the 28-yard line. Return to 16. That's where the Raiders will get started on this drive from their own 28-yard line. Need to score quick here, Robert.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're talking passing here.
Gators come into this game 3-2 overall, 1-0 in their district. Navarre comes in 2-3, 1-0 in theirs. Marshall back in at quarterback. Looks like Josh Wilson there to his right.
Same play they scored on. Josh, halfback pass! Almost intercepted.
Yeah, I mean, he had a hold of his jersey back here. They've let him get away with a couple of pass interferences here, Bob.
Yeah, they've called some holding.
He had the back of his jersey.
Yep.
Couldn't even see the one. Wilson with the pass. He can pass. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders from their 28. 5:10 on the clock. Wilson breaks one tackle, still on his feet. Out over the 35, out to the 36. Hard-nosed running by Josh Wilson. 5-yard gain. Actually, they're going to give him 6 on the play. 3rd and 4 for the Raiders. 3rd and long 4. There's a first down carry for Josh Wilson out to about midfield. They're going to put it right down at the midfield stripe. Gain of 14 for Wilson and a Raider first down. First down Raiders at the midfield stripe. Andre Spence back into Black Pearl. Spence going to break out to the right side. There's a play in the backfield. I think we're going to have a holding penalty against the Raiders.
Certainly wasn't called on that pass play, was it, Bill?
That it was not. Eighth penalty against Navarre for 60 yards. Move the ball back to the 40. Be first and 20. Spence in the Black Pearl for the Raiders. 4:07 on the clock, 28-18. Escambia on top. Back out to the 45, a gain of 5. Bring up second and 15. Gilbert and Wilson in, Spence out. I've been sitting too long, Bob. 3:33 on the clock, 28-18. Wilson gets behind his right tackle out to the 47, a gain of 2. It's going to bring up third and 13.
Escambia's going to let them do that all night.
Four down territory for the Raiders. Third and 13 coming up. Marshall back in. Hamlin to the far side. Walker to the near side. Powers over there. Joins Hamlin. Marshall back to pass.
Wow.
A quick hitter and a gain of 1.
Nowhere to go.
To Gilbert.
Got to go for it.
Wilson back it for Gilbert. Marshall still in at QB. 2:20 on the clock, 28-18 Escambia. Fourth and
roll him out.
Going to fall incomplete. The Gators will take over on downs.
Not the same mojo we had last week.
Not at all.
As the rain begins again.
The rain falls gently on the plain. In
I
Spain.
bless the rains out of Africa. Well,
Gators will take over on downs at the Raider 44-yard line.
not a district game, but momentum going into your next district game. Going to have some more soul searching this week.
Billy Dunn in for the Gators. First and 10. Probably just keep the ball. He's going to keep the ball on the ground. And it's a sack for Easy Gasca. Vinny Villanova in there as well.
Yeah, this is a head scratcher, Bill.
Dunn loses 4 on the play. Raiders with all 3 timeouts, not calling them here, Bob.
Nope.
Running the play clock down to 10. Inside of 10, 1:25 on the clock. On the game clock. The handoff to White. He's going to get 2 yards. Tackle by Brady. Actually, that is Jacob Bishop on the tackle. Raiders take their first timeout.
That's a head scratcher too, Bill.
18th carry of the ball game for White for 66 yards, 79 for Moultrie. We'll have a 3rd and 13 coming up.
Next week, big game besides our contest. Mosley Choctaw.
This is the first time I have stood up since about the first quarter. Oh, that feels good. Feel the stretch.
Mosley Choctaw at Mosley.
That's going to be a good game. Sam Mosley getting all their big games at home. Third and 13 for the Gators at the Raider 47. Dunn into shotgun. Moultrie's going to slip and slide down to the 44. Slip, slide it away.
Slip, slide
Raiders call their second timeout. At 109.
Penalty flag on the play.
Timeout Navarre. It'll be 4th down and 13. Down to 109 on the clock. The Raiders will get the ball back.
Now, that's curious. There was a flag drop. Now, I don't know if it was accidental.
No, the Raiders declined it to make it 4th down.
What was it? Okay.
It was a penalty against Escambia.
And what was the penalty?
I didn't see.
Oh.
Didn't see the call by the white hat, but they did decline it.
Okay.
It's going to be 4th and 10.
So
we're going to see
second punt
Clayton Sanders for the second time tonight. Each team with 2 punts. Marquez White back deep.
False start.
Would have been a nice punt down to the 10. There was movement on both sides. Not sure who they're going to mark.
Well, I mean, the defense can move as long as they don't jump across the line of scrimmage.
Procedure against Escambia will back them up 5 yards. Their 10th penalty of the night. For 70 yards. Now back. Clayton Sanders up back 5 more yards. They'll be punting from about the Raider 49. 109 still on the clock here. In the 4th quarter, 28-18. Escambia. It's going to go out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to spot it. At the Raider 24, 25, 25-yard line. How is the science on that, Bob? When the ball goes out of bounds, as the sideline judge, how does he determine where that ball goes out of bounds at?
Well, if it's on the ground, it's his call. He holds his hand up, and the white hat vectors it, and the white hat makes the call as far as where it goes out of bounds. And when the white hat does this, that means stop walking.
So is there a science to it as far as if the ball goes out of bounds?
That's the white hat's call. The white hat's call.
Roman Marshall back in.
What?
Tried to find Dante Walker, falls incomplete. Second and 10 for the Raiders from their 25. 59.7 on the clock.
So that looked like more of a traditional quarterback throw.
Jackson Hilton with the catch, a first down catch out to the 36. A gain of 11 and a Raider first down. Stop the clock.
Clock continues to run. You got to add time to that.
Raiders call their last timeout. Gain of 11 to Hilton, his longest catch of the season. Young man's got great hands. They need to go to him a little bit more often.
Oh, I agree.
It'll be first and 10 for the Raiders. 45 seconds is reflected on the clock here at the stadium.
We thank you for joining us tonight, wherever you're at, from Austria to Northern California.
First and 10 Raiders from their 36.
Swinging gate. Timeout, Pensacola.
Coach Bennett calls his second timeout of the half. He said, I haven't seen this one. That's probably the way exactly he sounds, too. He's got that good old southern twang. He's been down here for quite a while. I've got to talk with Coach Bennett on a couple of numerous occasions. The longest tenured coach, I believe, in the Panhandle right now. He's changed schools. He was originally at Pensacola High.
Right.
Your lovely bride's alma mater.
Right. Her brothers. Her mother.
You're welcome, Cobbs family. Glad that hopefully you have enjoyed the broadcast. Yeah, I hope we get a Raider victory. Game's not over yet. The fat lady has not begun to sing, but she's humming. The swinging gate goes from the right side to the left side.
It's just something you don't practice.
Joshua Wilson with the carry. Got to get out of bounds, out to the first down. The clock continues. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. Clock continues to run. Oh, 11-yard run by Wilson.
Well, the referees have they're using an electrical system, a communication system. I've used that in soccer. That's pretty cool. They're going to ask the clock operator to reset it. They did.
The 33 seconds. First down carry by Wilson.
First time I used it was last year, Fort Walton against Navarre. I heard every word Rob Simon said on the sidelines.
Second and 10 for the Raiders. They go to the swinging gate right.
Ugh. And that should be
about the game. Maybe one more play. Raiders will have one more play. It's 4th and 14. 10.7 seconds to go. 28 28-18, Escambia on top. Wilson in the backfield with Marshall. Just started to wind the play clock. Marshall with the 4th down play. Dante Walker with the catch. He's going to gain about 2 yards, but that's going to be the final play of the game. Well, actually, they'll have one more for Escambia as the clock stops on the change of possession.
Congratulations, Escambia.
They'll move to 4-2 on the season. The Raiders will drop to 2-4. Raiders will be back home next Friday night.
Thank
2.7 on the clock here. That will be your final score, 28-17, 28-18. Nino Freeman nails down into victory formation. That runs out the clock. (28-18) is your final. We're going to stay right here, folks, and do our post-game show real quick. Want to thank our sponsors.